Welcome everyone to my IDC 34 run. This is my IDC 33 run post-edit coming to correct my nonsense. This is the first Swiss round match up against Weezing, who is playing Lightwater Dark Nature Fortress Burn. And I'm at the bottom of the screen playing Water Darkness Aggro. I win the die roll, so this should be an easy matchup for me. Well, at least a good matchup, not necessarily an easy matchup. This deck is usually good at taking on Fortress Burn because it has a ton of draw power and explosiveness. But as we'll see in this match, Weezing's version of Fortress is a bit more tanky, a bit more defensive. He's already casted a turn to Spiral Gate to slow me down. This turn I'm gonna play Aqua Garden Duel Spider in case I'm gonna draw into an evolution creature, breaking the first shield with Spinning Terror. And he's already approaching 5 mana, which means he can already play Sky Sword. But fortunately for me, he doesn't have it. He does, however, have Bilex, which is very impressive, being able to summon Bilex on turn 4. Because usually by this point you would have to charge a spell, but he was lucky enough to not have to do that. And I break into a Soul Swap in the second shield, which gets out Sky Sword, and then another Soul Swap, which, yeah, not only has he regenerated the shields I just broke, but he also got 2 extra mana. So I am immediately in a bad position because of that. And what's even more impressive, he still doesn't have a spell card in his mana zone. Usually Fortress is all about running tons of spells, but here we can see he's got all the creatures in his mana. Weezing is thinking for a long time as usual, so let's see what he comes up with. This is 1.7 times speed, by the way. He decides to charge the Bilex, even though he could have summoned it, and he goes for Holio. Maybe he has another Bilex to follow up or a Spiral Gate. And yeah, he has a Spiral Gate for a Spinning Terror. And now he can kill the Unicorn Fish and the Jewel Spider. He decides to trade with the Aqua Guard instead, which is interesting. I suppose he doesn't have to. He doesn't want to deal with Spin Slicer. And now I'm gonna break into another trigger with Jewel Spider. So that was already double Soul Swap and a Throat Pit in the first 5 shields, which is quite unfortunate for me. Energy Stream, Eureka Charger and Bilex. Now I can kill the Jewel Spider, so I'm just gonna take back a card. Fortunately for me, I draw into Spin Slicer with Hulkus, which I can use to kill the Sky Sword to avoid more Sky Sword shenanigans, but let's be honest, he probably has another Sky Sword, but even so, it's still good to kill the Sky Sword so he cannot trade it with Melnia next turn. He has 6 cards in hand. He's gonna take his time to come up with a plan. Maybe he has Plague. But he has no Darkness mana yet, so let's see if he finds his Plague and his Darkness mana. Damn, he's really taking his time here. He did charge Energy Stream, which I guess it's not necessary when you have so many cards in hand. And he's decided to go for Aqua Surfer to slow me down. Probably just gonna I'm thinking here of going for Jewel Spider, Melnia and Crystal Spin Slicer. That play would be a bit vulnerable to Plague. Would personally charge Jewel Spider just to play a bit around Plague, summon Hulkus evolving into Spin Slicer. But it's a tough choice because you also want to get the creatures with summoning sickness on the field first, so they get over their summoning sickness. But this is fine as well, to be honest. Now I'm gonna break into Shield Trigger number 4, which is a soul swap, so that's nice. He can now swap out his Fortress Shell, burning 2 mana, and he can even use it to trade with Spin Slicer. Otherwise, I don't see any other good soul swap target. In this case, Fortress Shell, and he just swaps Surfer in and out, which is okay. Maybe he has Lost Soul in hand, in which case I understand. Yeah, I wonder where his Darkness cards are. Maybe he has a low Darkness card count in the deck, who knows. Yeah, now he's gonna play Fortress, burning 2 mana. So I'm gonna play Aqua Hulkus here, and I'm not gonna go for Spin Slicer because Fortress can just trade into it, so instead I'm gonna probably summon the Jewel Spider. Hope he doesn't have anything good, then just go for Melia plus Spin Slicer next turn. So let's see if he has the Plague. Well, he definitely has a Plague if he has Logic Cube, so now I'm gonna get plagued, and yeah. I'm thinking if I wanna grab a shield with Jewel Spider's effect. Because, okay, I'm thinking if I wanna get Jewel Spider back because I'm gonna be on 4 mana, so I wanna put 2 creatures on the field next turn. If he decides to go in for shields, I could hope for a Locomotiver. But yeah, I'm just gonna summon 2 creatures here. But he will most likely have another plague, to be honest. Well, if he has Faliga, he has another plague, yeah. And now he can just plague spam. I'm not gonna use the effect because, yeah. Then I'm just gonna be on 3 shields and he already has 4 creatures on his field. I think this might be a good time for Zenith to just go in, to be honest. And he recognizes that, so he's going in. And I wasn't expecting here for him to break shield 4, because everyone just breaks. Most people break in order, so... yeah. And it's even more depressing because the shield 3 is Locomotiver, so now he knows it's a shield trigger. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to break that. And even if I got the Locomotiver out, I would not have been able to finish him because I would only have 1 water mana and I wouldn't even have a guard in hand to pair with Spin Slicer. I was just gonna play Fortress and Bronzer Tribe and take 1 more turn. And I'm just gonna type GG because even if I have double Spiral Gate, it's not gonna beat 5 creatures. And yeah, we move on to the second game, where I draw a Jewel Spider just in time because I want to keep the Melnia for turn 4 to combine with Spin Slicer. Now he has the Spiral Gate, the annoying turn 2 Spiral Gate again. But I'm gonna follow up with Aqua Hulkus on turn 3, and next turn I can... maybe I'll just summon Melnia and Jewel Spider first and then go for Spin Slicer. Although going for Spin Slicer on turn 4 could open up Lucky Ball, so that's another thing. But I decide to go for Jewel Spider and Melnia just so they get over their summoning sickness this turn. Now next turn I can potentially break all shields. Luckily for me, he bricked on turn 3. Didn't see a Bronze Tribe or a stream. He will, unfortunately, for me, he will play a Locomotiver. And now I'll play a Locomotiver as well, discarding Bronze Tribe. He must have drawn it this turn. Now he's gonna play Solsa for Sky Sword. And I think it's still good that I have Spin Slicer in hand, in case I top deck another Melnia or an Aqua Guard. No, Weezing is gonna take his time to think again. He can go up to 6 mana, so maybe if he has a Soul Swap in hand, he could play 2 things this turn. Soul Swap and Bilex would be quite good here, but he doesn't have that. He has the Aqua Surfer instead. Bouncing the Melnia, which might come back to bite him now because I can use it to summon Crystal Spin Slicer, which I've been holding on to. And yeah, I couldn't target that Melnia, so I swapped it with a Melnia in the mana zone. I break into a Spiral Gate, and I'm gonna break the Last Shield as well to play around Miraculous Plague. Now even if he plays Miraculous Plague, I can still finish him with Spin Slicer, so he will have to play something else instead. Like a Soul Swap and a Bilex. So let's see what he does instead. Yeah, Sky Sword. Sky Sword is an answer, and Soul Swap for Sky Sword again. Or maybe he wants to burn my mana. He decides to still just yeah. So I'm gonna go for Aqua Hulkus, Spinning Terror, which I drew off the top with Hulkus and even Aqua Guard here. Breaking another shield with Spin Slicer, so now we're getting another shield trigger, which is Terror Pit. That's gonna kill the Spin Slicer. Okay, now Weezing can go up to 10 mana. Let's see what he has. Yeah, that's Plague. So I'm definitely taking back Aqua Hulkus to draw cards. He's probably just gonna give me back the Darkness mana. Or yeah, so I'm gonna destroy the Melnia because it would have to go into the mana zone tapped. Now I'm just gonna charge the Locomotiver, play Aqua Hulkus, and here I have yeah, 2 choices, Spin Slicer or Jewel Spider, and I go for Spin Slicer, breaking the last shield. And now Plague is again not an answer to this sport state. Charges Bronzerm Tribe going up to 10 mana. Let's see what his answer to Spin Slicer is. That's either Faliga or, yeah, it's Faliga grabbing back Soul Sap and reusing it to get back, to get another shield with Sky Sword. Let's see if he has a follow-up for 3. And he just decides to attack, recognizing that his only chance to win is to hope for a trigger. I'm just gonna play Lucky Ball here and yeah, just evolve Akahulkus into Spin Slasher as well, just for the lols. And yeah, fortunately the last shield wasn't triggered, so I take the second game. And now we go into the third game where Weezing is gonna be on the play. This is a pretty good hand, so I have 3 2-drops, which so I can summon a 2-drop on turn 2, then Hulkus, then double 2-drop. So even though I'm on the draw, I'm feeling pretty good about this one. He does get his turn 3 Bronze Tribe, however, so now I'm gonna get Aqua Hulkus, breaking the first shield with Spinning Terror. Things are looking good so far. Now he's gonna get his Sky Sword on turn 4. Gonna play double 2-drop. Now I'm gonna break 2 more shields. Now if he has Plague, he can clear 3 creatures at the same time. And yeah, that's what he's gonna do, clearing both Spinning Terror and probably just giving me back the more expensive cards. Yeah, even though I had a pretty decent curve for my deck, he had pretty much the best curve you could possibly ask for, especially when going first. Bronze Arm into Sky Sword into Plague is quite OP. So I'm just gonna play Spinning Terror here, going for shield number 4, which is a Terror Pit. So that's also unfortunate. And yeah, all of the sudden things are not looking too bright for me. He's gonna play Faliga, getting back Miraculous Plague, and even have a Bilex follow-up. So yeah, I'm just gonna grab a shield here. I am gonna play Lucky Ball, drawing 2 cards. Even if he lost souls me, I don't really care. But yeah, now he has both Lost Soul and Miraculous Plague in hand, so first he will be able to get rid of my hand, then he can play Miraculous Plague, and I only have a Lucky Ball on the field while he has a Faliga that can just crack back on it if it attacks. So this is already looking like a game loss. And yeah, although I think he's he's thinking he could actually go for Plague first, just to give me more cards in hand to discard with Lost Soul. And yeah, all I can play here is Aqua Guard, and I'm definitely losing my hand this turn unless he has another Plague. So yeah, as expected, I get Lost Souled. I drew an Aqua Guard off the top, but I'm just gonna charge it for just 4 mana for either Locomotive or Terror Pit. He's just gonna recycle the Plague here. And yeah, just gonna keep playing Miraculous Plague, and I'm just gonna keep trying to play creatures desperately. I could have scooped during this game, to be honest, but it's the last game, so I really hope I can somehow pull through. He's gonna play Sky Sword here. He's just gonna play some creatures so he can prepare to go in, and even an Energy Stream for good measure. Now I'm gonna discard Faliga with Locomotiver. And now if he has a Plague again, he can just cast it and then go in for shields. He doesn't have Plague, but he has a Terror Pit for Spinning Terror, which is not too bad. No, he does have the Miraculous Plague, so I'm just gonna get back to Jewel Spider for no effect. I mean, I cannot use the effect anyway because it's not dead, so... And I'm surprised he isn't going in. Like, why are you not going in? You have 3 shields, you have 3 creatures, I have 2 mana, what am I gonna do to you? Yeah, I understand playing it safe, but now you're just wasting time, I think, because I'm going back to 4 mana again anyway, so the time you spent getting back Plague, I'm just going back to the same amount of mana, so you should have just gone in for shields. So yeah, he's just gonna play Energy Stream, some Juliana, some Bronze Realm Tribe, and yeah, just waste a bit more time. But to be fair, I wasn't complaining because it just gives me more chances to mount a comeback by if he's wasting time like this. But yeah, fortunately for him, he does draw another Plague, so now he can definitely go in, because he still doesn't go in, so he's really wasting time at this point. He should have gone in back when he had 3 creatures. He should have gone in now, so I'm not sure why he's not. yeah, just gonna play another plague. And now, if he doesn't go in, then okay, what are you doing? Why are you not going in? I guess he wanted to put me on 0 mana before he goes in. And he finally decides that, yeah, now is the time to go in. Not attacking with the third Bronze Arm tribe, which is very weird, to be honest. Maybe the pressure of the last game really got to him, but in reality there wasn't much pressure. Now he's just gonna kill my field and hopefully go for the last shield and finish me off. And yeah, that was the first game from IDC 34. Not 34, what am I saying? IDC 33, yeah. Until next time, see ya.